Hey everyone, Kyle. Well, back to another vlog on the movie news. And, well, first of all, get on the movie news that, well, I got two things. First, this one I really want to talk about. Because well, there's a new TV show that is going to be developed, and I kind of am interested in it. I look forward to it though, but I don't know why I'm just trying to spit it out though, but there's a show that's going to be called The Continental. Now, for The Continental, it's gonna be a TV series spin-off of John Wick. Now, I said this, but I love John Wick. I love the first film, and I love Chapter 2. I really love John Wick Chapter 2. Keanu Reeves, fantastic, badass. And the Continental, for everyone knows about the Continental who's seen the John Wick films, it's a hotel. It's kind of like a hotel for assassins, basically. And Ian McShane, he is like the who played Winston, who was the manager of the Continental where John Wick was at in his place. And you know and so there's just been this common there's this prime rule for anybody for the Continentals that's been across which in Chapter 2 when John Wayne went to the Continental in Italy. The rule for any on continental grounds, there's no shooting people or violence or anything like that on continental grounds. Like when John Wick was fighting Keanu Reeves was fighting Common, it's like no fighting on continental grounds. Or even the first film when the female assassin in the first film shot one of the guys that Keanu Reeves was the guy to look after. She shoots that guy, but then so Ian McShane found out about it and said your license for whatever has been revoked, and his man just shut the woman multiple times because she broke the rule. And of course, the same thing with John Wick when he shot that cowardly bad guy who was gonna hide like a rat in the Continental, thinking he was gonna be safe because the rules won't allow anyone to shoot anybody on the ground. But John Wick never gave a crap about the rule. He just goes and shot that guy in the head. So now, because of this, John Wick is on the run from everybody now. But that's what the Continental is. It's the hotel for assassins with rules. And they announced that they're going to be developing a spin-off of the series about the Continental Hotel. And I'm quite curious about it. And Keanu Reeves probably will in the show probably be coming back as John Wick, hopefully. Because if this is gonna be a TV show, probably it's gonna be a lot of spin-off characters, but from about other assassin characters. I'm assuming. But they said that hopefully this is like alongside the news of series or the Keanu Reeves would reprise his role of John Wick in the series. So that is true. I'll be cool to see that if Keanu Reeves comes back as John Wick in the series. If this series is probably gonna take place either. I don't know when this is gonna take place. Either before the first John Wick film or after John Wick 2. Who knows? And Keanu Reeves says that he's the executive producer along with the two directors who directed the first one, and Chad something mispronounced his name who directed the second one. So both be executive producers on that. So. But Continental, I'm very curious about. I want to check out because I love I love John Wick 1. I love John Wick 2. I look forward to seeing John Wick 3 in 2019. I look forward to seeing that. I hope they just don't mess it up, because it would be almost too good to be true if they just they're always bound. Every franchise there's always gonna be bound to film to this gonna mess one thing up for this whole franchise. So I just hope they don't do it with John Wick because I've enjoyed the first two. I love the second film a lot. So the Continental, I'll be curious to check out just to see how it plays out. How it plays out. So yeah, the Continental. Yeah, this is sorry for my trying to. This is the start of this video. I'm just trying to put the words to spell the whole thing out. So yeah. Second, the second thing, which is probably be the only thing because there's nothing good on the movie news at this moment though. But it's another film I'll be curious to check out though. But there is a film coming out next year in August, starring Jason Statham, and it's called The Meg. It's based on a book with the same name about this 70-foot megalon. You know, Meg, short for megalon. Basically, like it's an ancestor and ancestor of the great white. So it's a giant great white shark. You know, everyone knows about the history of the megalon. But the book is called The Meg, and I have the book of The Meg, and I read it, and it's a good book. And I know it's also it's a series of books as well, but I only read the first one, so I didn't get in. I'm not getting into the sequel though, but I read the first one, and Jason Statham he's playing the main character that's in the book. I think his name is Jonas Taylor. I think it is. Yeah, and so one supporting cast members, Cliff Curtis is in it. Rainn Wilson, and some other female characters I'm not too familiar with. And it's directed by John I forget to pronounce his last name, but he directed National Treasure 1 and 2, Sorcerer's Apprentice, and I think I forget, did he direct the first Hot Tub Time Machine? I don't think he did. Wait, hold on. Give me a second. No, he didn't. No, for some reason I thought he directed the first Hot Tub Time Machine. He didn't. But I know he directed National Treasure 1 and 2, Sorcerer's Apprentice. He directed a film with Anthony Hopkins called Instinct. I haven't seen that one, but it was Anthony Hopkins and Cuba Gooding Jr. But I like the first two I like National Treasure 1 and 2. They've been planning to do a third film for quite some time, but no update on that though. I'm going to talk about this because they released some couple of pictures, and well, the first one the first picture there was like about with Jason Statham with one of the fellow actresses like a while that was released a while back, and there was another one like about over like a week or two ago that was like Jason Statham facing this way, and right behind him in the window was the picture of the Megalon. And they released a photo of the whole entire cast. Well, I didn't think that Rainn Wilson was in the photo though, because I would know because I would have recognized him if he was in the photo. But I like Jason Statham, and just I like him in another film. I like him in a lot of films, like from the Crank films. That's an underrated. Those are underrated films, the Crank films. But everyone knows a lot about Jason Statham, but Cliff Curtis, I enjoy him as an actor. I enjoy him in some of the films he has been. Well, besides the Last Airbender, he wasn't the problem. He was just probably there for the sake of it. So, but just he was nowhere near saving the Last Airbender. But other films I've enjoyed Cliff Curtis in. And here showing from the website of Bloody Disgusting, which I go to or if I review to of of horror, or I think it's horror sci-fi. There you see Cliff Kirsten next to Jason Statham, some of the other fellow cast members. But I know for the fact that it's gonna be for like looking at the budget, it's probably like 150 million. I know for the fact it's probably the whole thing's gonna be a CGI shark and all that, and I read the book and I look forward to it though, but it's probably like when you see the crappy sci-fi films that feature like mega shark versus giant octopus or something like that. Well, it has a budge on the screen though, but that doesn't mean to save anything because big budget films can have bad CGI a lot, and well, look at in Justice League. That had like a $300 million budget, and the CGI was bad as shit, you know. But I know but I'm not gonna judge on it right away because but I know I'm just pointing out facts. I know the shark's gonna be entirely CGI. I just hope it's not gonna be like the stuff from Sci-Fi Channel, which I go in to expect because all those are just shitty CGI crap fest on Sci-Fi channels. I'm tired of seeing those. Hopefully, this will be give it a more realistic look. I don't know, but I like Jason Statham. I like Cliff Curtis. What probably just bugs me is that's about what happened with Cliff Curtis. That's one thing I forgot to mention when I did my worst of 2017. If you mentioned with Cliff Curtis, I probably forgot to mention, but I just hate when they did what Fear the Walking Dead. Start of the third season, second episode. Not even before the title showed up, he got killed. That when I saw that, I was like, because I know the show The Walking Dead. I know it's not a surprise of when they hold no bound what characters they're gonna kill, like the shock with Glenn and Abraham and all the characters have died throughout the whole show though. But third season in, killing off one of the lead characters that I enjoyed, especially an actor that I do enjoy, you know, and that just shocked the hell out of me. After that, I just lost it. I watched the rest of the rest of the third season through though, but after that, I was like, no, this show's I'm done with this. I'm done with the show because Cliff Curtis he's no longer be around anymore, and because after what happened at the end of the second season, and then I just hopefully Cliff Curtis will give some more to do in this film because I like Cliff Curtis. This is now he's just be underused and that just pissed me off. Fear of the Walking Dead. That just pissed me off. And I know some stuff about the fourth season of Fear the Walking Dead, like crossing over with Morgan and all that, but it's not gonna. The show is not gonna be the same without Cliff Curtis now. To me, though. So, but I'm getting off track though. But the Meg, I'm mixed about it though. I'm not holding my breath on it though. And I guess I will get a little tangent with Fear the Walking Dead because I forgot to mention that was one of the worst things also about 2017, the third season. The star of the third season of Fear the Walking Dead would kill left. Yeah, that was Cliff Curtis' name was Travis, I think. Yeah, because I like Cliff Curtis as an actor. That just pissed me off. But yeah, so the Meg and the Continental, the spinoff of John Wick. So, excuse me. But I haven't done a vlog in some time, so I'll just find out what's good on the movie news. So those are the best I can come up with at this point right now. So, but I said just to feel like doing another vlog because I haven't done one in some time. So, but anyway, thanks for watching and stay tuned for more movie reviews, and we'll see you later.